Hello everyone. I got my stocking cap on. It's cold outside and drizzly and freezing on the streets. I'm going to get a call any moment to pick up one of my godchildren at school because of early rehearsal due to the icy roads. But anyway, I just got home from church too, and the homily was so beautiful and the gospel was so telling. I wanted to share it with you. It's about the demoniac, the one who was possessed by the devil in the territory of Gerasene. Jesus got off the boat, and this man was there, all not very well dressed and not much dressed, and yelling and screaming and gnashing his body with rock. He was possessed by a devil. Jesus asked him, well, what's the devil's name? And he said, Legion. There are hundreds of devils in me. Anyway, Jesus rebuked the devil, and we know what happened. The devils requested to go in those swine, 2,000 of them, not a swine, not a pigs, and they stampeded over the cliff into the sea and drowned. Well, anyway, the point that the homilist made, the priest made, was that no matter what our sin is, no matter how many struggles we have, that Jesus, when He forgives us and He delivers us from the evil one and from sin, we're free. We're free, and we're happy. And the man that was delivered was exorcised by Jesus of those awful devils. He wanted, when Jesus was getting back in the boat, he wanted to get back in the boat with Jesus. And Jesus says, I think it's so beautiful. He says, go home to your family and make it clear to them how much the Lord in His mercy has done for you. That's exactly what I'm doing in my whole life, the rest of my life. Is going home to make it clear, to go home to your family and make it clear to them how much the Lord in His mercy has done for you, how much the Lord in mercy has done for me. I who have failed Him so deeply and so much, and lost the privilege of ministering at the altar and of celebrating the sack of reconciliation, which most of the time when I was there celebrating the confession, I was in tears to see so many holy people and good people struggling, and seeing God's mercy connect with them, and they with God's mercy. But anyway, look at me now. I'm Exhibit A of God's mercy, and I'm going home to tell and make clear how much God's mercy did for me. And I know there are people out there who are just living in the shadows, people who are in relationships and maybe in adulterous relationships or other kinds of shadowy things. And God, there's nothing. Pope John Paul II said there's no sin, no problem that is bigger than God's mercy, and He was overcome all. And so I want people to live in the light now. Like I said about confession with me, confess. Show your heart. Show all those dark places to the Lord. I just see so many good people and good Catholics, some who have, and I know they didn't realize what they did, what they do in contraception and sterilization. Our culture is just so saturated with this awful thing, and I know, and God be so merciful to them to come and work that out with the priest. If there's sterilization or whatever, well, we do. There's so many other ways to have babies, to foster care, to work in pro-life, to help poor families that are struggling. There's so many ways to renew that responsibility, that connection with unitive and openness to life in your marriage. I'm just so excited about that. You don't have to live, oh my God, Don't worry that the church was so confused. There are many in the church, not the church itself, the teaching church, but the priests and bishops, some of them, and they were trying to be very pastoral and caring and all that. But so the Lord is not judging us, but calling us to resolve all those things, to live in the light, to not look back at the rearview mirror in this relationship or this youth sin in the youth that we didn't really actually confess, or we're so ashamed. Oh no, the Lord loves you and wants to live in the light, to be transparent again, to be innocent again, to look at your child's face and your spouse's face and your associates, and maybe at work, that maybe some ethical thing that you just haven't dealt with and everything. No matter what the cost, it's more important to have that clear and clean conscience. So I'm returning home to tell you now, to make it clear what the Lord's mercy has done for me. I am so happy, and there's nothing there's no monster or something in the closet, or nothing to hide. Here I am, the Lord's, in Him, and He watches over me. I'm living in the light, and that's because He loves me, because His mercy is bigger than all my failings and all my sins and everything. And when we do struggle, bring it to the Lord, and He will help us, and then we can return home and make it clear what God's mercy has done to you. I tell everybody, people think that life has passed them by and they have to live in this grayish thing, in this relationship that is so hard and hard. Oh no, this relationship, this negative stuff or whatever it is, turns into glory. Our past wounds turns into glory, because they are where we connect with Jesus' mercy and love and His tenderness, His graciousness. So all these things are turned around, like Jesus' wounds are glorious wounds now. Glorious. They were awful at the time they were administered, but now they're saving wounds. And your wounds too, and mine, will be saving for others. So once we go to confession and make a good confession and deal with these things that we know that we have to deal with, but we just have to we carry them around. Oh, don't wait. Then our wounds will become glorious. We won't have to look away from people's eyes, or look at the rearview mirror and wonder when what happens next. No, we live in the light. We're children of the light, and we bring that light, which is God's mercy, to the world. God bless you. I am so happy to be with you. So go. Yes, go to confession, deal with it, and go home like Jesus says, and make it clear what God's mercy has done in your life. God bless you now.